of people are talking around the high street agency. We're seeing the end of the agency. I'll just quote Phil Farrell. As a former supporter of the high street agent model and now in prop tech, is this the beginning of the end for the high street agent? The likely two highest expenses for agents are rent and salaries. Surely the tech-enabled mobile estate agent with some form of high street advertising is the future.
Okay, let's go live on this one, but make it short and sweet, team. Andy, you're up first. Is the high street dead?
It's a really interesting question. The end of the high street agent doesn't mean the end of traditional values. And if any businesses out there have been thinking, well, digital's not really for us, that question is now obsolete. Digital is for you because your customers are using digital. Your customers are online. You need to think very, very carefully about how you can find ways to engage with people in the places where they are, which is not walking down the high street, certainly right now, but also into the future. The customer's now empowered digitally more than ever before.
Richard, you've got 24 rents to pay each quarter. Has it made you think a little bit differently?
Certainly made us think. I am not totally convinced that the high street is dead, I must say. I think that having some physical presence in an area, in my mind, is still quite important in order to prove credibility, really. I think it possibly does depend on how good the people in the branch are and how well known they are or not. I think that's an important factor. But I don't think we're planning on rushing off and closing 24 branches anytime soon. No.
Anyone else got any strong opinions on this? Okay, Andy, we've had a bit, so we'll go Kristjan, then Ian. Kristjan first.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with high street. I just think when we're talking about experience, you've got to think about what that experience is, no matter where it is, website, online, tech, whatever. I think a lot of agents have to rethink what a showroom looks like. You know, what experience someone gets in there. I find, you know, when I travel and you walk past a lot of agents' shops, and 80% of the agents you look at, they look exactly the same as they did 20 years ago. Polystyrene ceiling tiles, boring desks, particulars on the wall, bored-looking staff, you know, a big whiteboard with targets on the wall. You know, that's not what people want. You know, if you look at what retail is doing, retail is shifting very much online. They're having less locations, but the experience you get in a good retail store now is phenomenal. You'll go in, you'll be treated like an individual, you'll get made a nice cup of coffee, you'll be walked around. You know, some agents have been doing this for years. Don't get me wrong, this is nothing new. But I think agents massively need to think, when you're talking about an experience someone gets with your brand, it's every experience in any situation. And for me, high street absolutely has value. But when that person walks through the door, you want them to walk away with that wow about what they had. You don't necessarily need to have done a deal. You know, you just need to have made that amazing impression.
Well, it comes back down to customer experience, is what Peter said. So, Ian, you had your hand up. Go for it.
I'm just a believer that I don't think it matters. I think there's space for high street, non-high street, pay up front, pay on results. I think it comes down to doing whatever you do in whatever model you're in exceptionally well. I don't think whether you've got a high street shop or not is the big deal here. I think the big deal is that average just won't cut it. I think you're going to have to be way above average to succeed and to stay in the game.
Okay, let's quickly go to Ben. Keep it nice and short, please, and then we'll move on to Heather.
Just really that, you know, there's never been a better time to run your minimum viable product. You know, reality is with 3 weeks in, people are still getting used to it. See how they feel in another 3 weeks' time. We're all getting used to be on video. It's a new way. It's a new normal. So why not try it out before we worry about whether you're closing shops or not? I think get on, embrace the new normal. There's never been a better time. If I'd asked everyone to have done this, you know, done virtual viewings and virtual valuations a month ago, they would have said no. But now you've got no choice. So try it and see.